95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
Useless morning quiz for your hump day. I say
54? Was it 50? It was over 50.
56%.
Okay, so the majority.
The slim majority of people.
Yeah.
Would never buy a used. I said condom. That was wrong.
Well, and the first thing that comes to my mind is a female pleasure device.
RFPD, rigid female pleasure device.
It doesn't have to be rigid, though. Why does everyone talk about things being rigid?
That was in the news. That's how we came up with RFPD. That's back when we couldn't say vibrator on the air.
Vibrator.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We've come a long
Sometimes they don't even
in the wrong
vibrate.
direction. Yeah, maybe. All right. That is not it. RFPD is not the answer.
How about underwear? Because I see a lot of that at the stores.
You see, what stores are you going to?
Well, when you go
Bobby's used underwear shop. Hey, I'm Bobby. What's your name? Leah? Oh, yeah, we got your size. Come on in. As the store progresses, it gets nicer and nicer. Now, the stuff in the bins up front's real stained and smelly. You're not going to want that. If you go about the middle of the shop, you look like a middle of the Can I tell you what I think of your underwear?
Yeah.
You look like a middle of the store girl.
Okay.
You look like the kind of girl. You don't want the stained, crappy stuff up front, all stringy and nasty. In the middle of the store, you're going to get a really good deal still, but most of the odor has been eliminated through different chemical methods, and we wash them. We wash most of them. Not all. Now you get to the back of the store. That's this shiny, friendly, almost new stuff. Only been worn a couple times. Maybe somebody died in it or it was misplaced in a hotel room, but it's like new. You go to the back of the store. So you look like a middle of the store girl. Now, in my mind, you look like a front of the store girl, is what I'm saying.
But you're being kind.
But I'm being kind. You look like the kind of girl that'd be dumping off lots of underwear for the front of the store. You walk through the door, we go, is she a buyer or a seller? And we look at you, we think she's dumping her nasty-ass underwear on us, is what she is. So go ahead and dump your big old garbage bag, your big old black garbage bag with the blue strings tied, busting at the seams with dirty, nasty-ass underwear on the counter and demand that it's worth more than it is. We'll give you your $5.83. You can get the hell out of our store. But thanks for coming in to Bobby's Used Underwear Extravaganza. I don't see there being used underwear at the store, Leah. I don't know what you're...
At the thrift stores.
And
they hang them...
They take underwear?
Yes, and they hang them up. It's not even like...
Thrift store underwear.
Yes, that is a thing. And I'm like,
in the real stores,
buying
you can't return it, right? Because it's underwear.
I believe you can return underwear.
If it's in the bag, unless it's all stained and whatever.
I don't... If the tags are on.
And they won't tell you where you bought it. Bring it on down here to Bobby's. Bobby's Underwear, Used Underwear Extravaganza. We're right off the interstate on the frontage road. We're right between the pawn shop and a place that sells very interesting cheese. Bobby's. Not used underwear.
Go to the thrift store.
I'm not even fancy, and I wouldn't buy used underwear.
Used underwear. It is a thing. I'm like, who's buying it? But obviously people are if they're taking a lot of people. Not just one or two, because they're taking the time to individually hang these undies.
They're hanging. It's hanging underwear.
Hanging underwear.
It's a nice stuff.
Could you imagine hanging up your underwear?
I can't even get my T-shirts folded. I'm not hanging my underwear. Yeah, my underwear is really well hung, if you know what I'm saying. All right,
what's the answer?
56% of us will not buy a used backpack.
Okay.
Well, I don't sell backpacks. I've seen people come in with backpacks full of nasty-ass underwear that they've tried to sell here at Bobby's Used Underwear Extravaganza. Remember our jingle. If it's panties or pants and you're going to wear them fast, Bobby's Used Grundies. So we need to work on it a little bit. Yeah. Bobby's Used Underwear Extravaganza. Where is it?
It's on the frontage road in between the place that sells the cheese and the porn shop. How can
I can tell you've been a few times. Thank you for coming down. We appreciate your business.
Oh, brother.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
An interview that two sisters in Australia did is all over social media, and it's one of the weirdest live news segments you'll ever see. Now, the story itself is serious, all right? There's a guy that caused a deadly crash, and then pulled out a gun, shot a guy in the arm, stole an SUV, got in another wreck before cops finally arrested him. But the two sisters, they were even on Jimmy Kimmel last night. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, so they're in their 50s. Their names are Bridget and Paula Powers. They were there, and their mom even tried to help the guy, not knowing that he was the cause of all of this stuff. But their interview is going viral. Because not only are they identical twins, Tom, they speak in unison.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum. He went up there and he was coming back down towards us. And he goes, run, he's got a gun. And our heart started to pound. And I said, oh, Mum, where's Mum? And poor Mum was stuck up there. But apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face. And he goes, I'll shoot you. She goes, hey, I'm here to help.
That's maddening. That's right. Do they always do that?
Always.
What was the crime that was committed against them?
It wasn't committed against them.
I want to commit a crime against them. Yeah.
No, they just witnessed the crime that happened.
Okay. I thought it was a crime against them, and I'm like, I want to bail that person out because whatever the crime was, that's annoying as hell.
Yeah,
right?
And that's only 30 seconds. There's a minute clip that I had from Jimmy Kimmel that I was like, I don't think I could listen to that for a minute.
I don't think it's that good. I think that anybody could do it because it was like when you know something and somebody's trying to act like they know it and they're parroting you. But they're parroting you like almost simultaneously, but she was only getting like in a sentence. She wasn't getting the first three words. She was getting the fourth and fifth word.
But I
could do that.
You think so?
You think so?
No, you couldn't. No. Stop it. No, it was worse than that. No. It was. Do you want me to? Do you want me to? Send you. Stop. I actually hate you right now. Do you want? Stop it. Please stop. Stop. Do you want me to send you the Jimmy Kimmel audio?
How long was he going to keep up this annoying? Now I want to smack me in the face. 95
WIIL Rock Daily Rewind.
B-I-N-G-O.
B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-O. I don't know how to read.
I don't understand what the correlation between that song
Farmer with a dog.
Yeah, and
why
the game.
A game.
Yeah, I do. Do you?
I have no idea why.
But now I want to know. I'm going to look into it later.
So which came first, the dog or the game?
Or the game? I don't know. Maybe the dog's named after the game because that's all he knew how to spell. Or maybe the game is named
after the dog. We don't know.
Right? We don't.
Should we ask the AI?
I think so.
All right, let me get the AI going. You do your story.
Okay. 13 police officers in Montana. They were caught playing a game.
Okay.
Their so-called crime bingo while on duty. They filled in squares for things like, I actually have one of the bingo cards, do a search warrant on a car, over 0.3 BAC DUI, drug DUI, DUI past 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Successful canine track. Yeah, these are, and
was there a cash prize?
I don't know what the prize was.
Somebody went to the trouble of making these bingo cards,
and they were different shifts,
and they were actually playing.
13 police officers,
and they're all fired.
Well, they are. They're
fired.
Yeah, they're in. Fired. They're in trouble.
Arrested.
It just says 13 police officers were caught playing so-called while on duty. I don't know if they're being investigated. I'm sure they will eventually be.
Yes, there needs to be an investigation. Mm-hmm. You can't just start firing and arresting people. But
right,
if they played this game.
Also, it might have been one that was like, oh, this is funny, and printed them off, and then the 13 officers were caught with it. You know what I mean?
If you actually if you had one square, not counting the free space, what is the free space?
It's actually, there is no free space on here.
Wow, they don't even know how to play bingo.
No.
Free space could have been like ate a donut. That's like the everybody.
Oh my gosh! Arrest 3 people out of one car, Tom.
Yeah, see, no, so here's the problem. So say you're the cop who that's your last thing and you get bingo and you win.
Yeah.
And that's your last thing. The next car that you pull over that has 3 people in, even worse than that, you're driving around
looking for
cars with 3 people in it. We don't know that. It's just I would.
Their light was out on their.
How
on their
do
plate.
we know?
Right.
There were NBA referees, and there's a documentary about. There was NBA referees that had a bet that who could go the longest in. This is an NBA game. Who could go the longest in their game without blowing their whistle? That happened. Things like this should change the course of the game.
Right.
This changes the course of these 3 people's lives.
Yeah.
They've now been arrested for what? Sitting in the back, disorderly conduct. You also disorderly conduct. Driver, disorderly conduct. You're all coming with me. Bingo! And then all the way to the police station. The guy say, N-G-O, V-I-N-G-O, V-I-N-G-O. We're gonna give you a body cavity search.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.